Now on Toledo News this morning, returning to work. Mercy Health and ProMedica update their COVID-19 return to work policies, but not without criticism. Plus, MLK Celebrations, previewing events happening today and Monday. And major closure. A large stretch of I-75 is closing tonight, how it may affect your commute. Good Saturday morning, my name is Jaden Jefferson and welcome to Toledo News this morning. We start with a check of traffic as a large stretch of I-75 is closing tonight. ODOT has announced that I-75 between the I-475 split in Perrysburg and the 475 split in Toledo will be closed in both directions for overhead beam installation at Nebraska Avenue overnight from 11:59 p.m. to 6 a.m. To detour, take I-475 US 23 to I-475. Local traffic and detour by taking Collingwood Boulevard. For the latest traffic updates, check out ogo.com and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Monday, Mercy Health announced a change in their COVID-19 return to work policy, a change that now has many raising questions. The hospital's updated policy allows employees who test positive for COVID-19 to return to work only if their symptoms are mild or they aren't experiencing any symptoms at all. The hospital said in a statement released Monday that this is due to the fact it is understaffed. ProMedica has instituted a similar policy. The city of Toledo has a robust lineup of events for MLK Day weekend. It all kicks off with the annual MLK Scholarship Breakfast this morning at 8 a.m. at the Pinnacle in Maumee. From there, Monday, the Toledo Museum of Art will host the MLK Experience featuring author Will Haygood. That event will run from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also on Monday, it's the annual Unity Celebration, which is virtual for the second year in a row. That event goes from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. To learn more, visit toledo.oh.gov/MLK. The city of Toledo has announced that additional grants are available for local organizations looking to provide youth programming for area kids. The City of Toledo Department of Parks, Recreation, and Youth Services says organizations can receive funding for outdoor activities, musical theater, education, employment opportunities, mentoring programs, and more. The deadline to apply is February 2nd. For information on how to do so, visit this story at jadenreports.medium.com. Sunday on Community Focus, I'll be joined by Colin Flanagan, a Democrat running to represent Ohio's 40th House District. Flanagan is currently a law student at the University of Toledo and says if elected, his office will be your office.
This district faces challenges, but I think personally I would face somewhat of a challenge, and so would anybody else that faces it because of how gerrymandered it's been drawn.
You can view the full interview Sunday at 11 a.m. right here on YouTube. The National Museum of the Great Lakes is starting a book club, and this morning I'm joined by Ellen Kennedy of the National Museum of the Great Lakes. So tell me, what will this book club consist of?
Yeah, so we are doing a book club to increase our winter programming and find a way to engage with our members and our and the public. So this is actually the first sort of annual book club that we are doing. So it's a brand new program for 2022. So we'll be doing one book a month for 3 months. Right now we have it set up as a lunchtime program. So 12 o'clock on 3 Tuesdays. It's January 18th, February 15th, and then March 15th. The goal is to keep the groups a little bit small. So we're trying to limit about 30 people so we can actually have a conversation about the books, but we're also keeping a waiting list. So if we're able to expand and have a few sessions for, each book, it'll give us a chance really to talk about these different books that we feel like really capture, different aspects of the Great Lakes.
What books will be featured in the club?
Yeah, so we are doing, as I said, one book a month, so 3 different books. Our first book, I'm hoping these will show up with my background, is The Doc Porter. That is actually a fiction book. It's The Doc Porter, a Mackinac Island novel. So it's actually about people who would carry everybody's luggage on Mackinac Island. There aren't any cars on the island, so they do it by bicycle. And then the February book is called The Dawn of Detroit, a Chronicle of Slavery and Freedom in the City of the Straits by Dr. Tia Miles. So that one is about slavery on the Great Lakes, in the early, after early European arrival. And then the third book is The Living Great Lakes, and that's our March book. That's by Jerry Dennis. And the subtitle of that is Searching for the Heart of the Inland Seas. And so that's another nonfiction book. It's kind of a sort of autobiographical look at his experiences on the Great Lakes.
How did the idea for this book club come about? It's a unique idea.
Yeah, so it's a little hard to say who birthed it, because it's been floating around for a while amongst our staff. And then we, decided as we were planning for 2022 that, especially going into the winter, when weather as well as the current, pandemic makes it difficult for us to do in-person programming, we really like the idea of doing a virtual book club. And so there's so many books, written about the Great Lakes, and we, looked through different options and decided these were 3 really good books to start, and then we will, look through the options again for next year and plan to try to do something similar again next year. But, it's one of those ideas, it's kind of hard to say where it came from, because we've been thinking about it for a while and decided to finally do it.
And if people would like to participate, how can they go about doing that and find additional information?
Yeah, the easiest way is to go to our website. It's nmgl.org. And there's a banner on the homepage that will link you to the first book. We also have our online store. It's nmglstore.org, where we are selling the books. We actually just briefly sold out of our March book, and we'll be getting more copies in stock here pretty soon. And then if you go to our events page on our website as well, it's an easy link to the three different programs.
And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this program and concept just grow and develop. Ellen Kennedy of the National Museum of the Great Lakes, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
First Tee Lake Erie is a local organization helping area youth develop life skills through the game of golf. I spoke with Adam Rennie of the organization, which is entering its 7th year, providing a unique opportunity for local kids.
We use the game of golf to teach life skills, build good character, give kids in the community an opportunity to try a sport that they may not otherwise have a chance to.
Rennie says that there is indeed a connection between the organization and its neighbor, the Inverness Golf Club. He says many of the organization's board members are Inverness members and believe in the impact the game of golf can have on area youth. Our full conversation is posted now right here on YouTube. That's all for the news this morning. Have a great Saturday.